Comparing fractions with the same denominator. Take out your homework recording sheet now. You should already have your name, the date, and the video title written down, which is comparing fractions with the same denominator. Write the I can statement, which is I can compare fractions with the same denominator. When fractions have the same denominator, it's really easy to compare them. There's a phrase that says it's like comparing apples to apples. You're working with the same thing, so it's really easy to compare, as opposed to comparing apples to oranges. When you're comparing fractions, you need to decide which is bigger or if they're equal, and then use these mathematical symbols to show your thinking. These symbols stand for greater than, less than, and equal. Since fractions have the same denominator, you just have to look to see which one has more. This fraction on the left is cut into fifths, and only one of them is highlighted. So 1/5 is here. And then this fraction is cut into fifths, so they'll have the same denominator, but 3 of them are shaded. So this fraction represents 3/5. Now, because the denominators are the same, I really only need to look at the numerator, and I notice that 3 is bigger than 1, so 1/5 is less than 3/5. Here is just the fraction, so I'm going to decide, do they have the same denominator? The fraction on the left is cut into sixths, and so is the fraction on the right. So I am dealing with the same denominator. The fraction on the left has 3/6 shaded in. The fraction on the right only has 2 shaded in. So I know that 3/6 are greater than 2/6. Here the fraction name and drawing was given to us. They're both cut into sevenths. They both have the same denominator. So when I am comparing fractions with the same denominator, all I need to do is look at the numerator. I understand that 5 is bigger than 2, so 5/7 is going to be bigger than 2/7. So I would read this, 2/7 is less than 5/7. Here I don't have a picture of the fraction, but I know that if I'm comparing fractions with the same denominator, I'm comparing apples to apples. So which one is bigger? 2 of the same thing, or just 1 of the same thing? 2/4 or 1/4? And I know automatically that 2/4 is bigger. And I could quickly draw that just to double check myself. Make sure I start with the same holes. I'm going to cut them both into fourths. And this side has 2/4 drawn in, whereas this side only has 1. And so I confirmed it. 2/4 is in fact bigger than 1/4. Now it's your turn. In box number 1, draw the fractions below and then compare them. Which is bigger, the fraction on the left or the fraction on the right? In box number 2, draw the fractions below and then compare them. Which is bigger, the fraction on the left or the fraction on the right? In box number 3, draw the fractions below and then compare them. Which is bigger? You've now come to the end of the homework video comparing fractions with the same denominator. Put your homework recording sheet in your backpack so you can bring it to school tomorrow, and you can continue to learn about comparing fractions with the same denominator.